what is our peripheral visual experience like? Let's introspect it. So peripheral visual experiences are not easy to describe or remember. So if I ask you what your peripheral visual experience based on your memory, it's not going to help much. So what we need is to really pay attention to the periphery and then see what it's like. And in fact, some people who may not have an extensive, experience in, for example, sports, like a soccer and also volleyball or something like that that I used to play. You may not pay attention to the, peripheral vision, and then utilize it for your, behavior. If you are always, playing the game at the phobia or reading the books. So I want you to try it today. It's like a mental exercise, and as a indeed, mental exercise. It's called Husserl's phenomenology method. Husserl is a famous phenomenology philosopher who proposed to examine our conscious experience by the method called bracketing. Rather than starting with our known knowledge about the world or neural mechanism in the brain and so on. But at the time of the Husserl, there was not much known. But still, based on these kind of facts, people tend to kind of assume that we should experience this way or that way. But rather than doing that, bracketing, postponing any kind of sort of the judgment and just observe phenomenology, try to investigate the property of the phenomenology. And that's what we are going to try. And this is similar to the terminology called bracketing in a mindfulness practice. It's kind of, they also say that, rather than reacting your emotion, just bracketing your emotion, meaning that, taking some kind of distance from your emotion and then observe it, how it develops or, how it ceases as the time goes. And that's, suggested as a very useful technique in the mindfulness literature. Okay. All right. So as a recap, in terms of the technical detail, first, I want to make sure that you remember that thumbnail is at the arm's length like this. Is a very good tool to estimate the visual angle. So all of this literature is talking about this visual angle, the size of the object at the as an angle projecting on this eye or retina. So in my case, if I go further like here, then that matches with this particular figure. And then here, this thumbnail width corresponds roughly 1.5 degree. And this is true for pretty much everybody. Okay. And then I'm going to try the demonstration, which is the same as the last week. Okay. And are you ready? 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. So what did you experience? You need to remember that, for the following kind of investigation. And then another demonstration, okay? Say 3, you don't move your eyes from here, at the thumbnail, and then pay attention to the periphery. What do you see? 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. So what I showed is basically the colored dots. And then what I hoped was that you see something like a structured, uniform, random, fixed size dots in the first case with a different kind of, but you can't really see the color. And the second thing is enlarged, colorful dots. And I think you probably see the color, but let's see, what you say. And then before making any conclusion, let's start at examining your, metacognition based on your memory or impression. If you can have some kind of, card, trump cards or Uno cards like this, what I want you to do is to estimate or, try how far you can actually see the color based on your prior experience, all right? So, go maybe facing to the wall or something like that, and then put this, Uno card like this from maybe, fixating at the cross on the display, which I'm going to show. Move this, Uno cards or trump card to the eccentricity where you feel like you are confident that you can definitely see the color, okay, color of the card. And in my case, maybe I can probably see it up to here also. And you do that, okay? And then record how far you actually thought that you would be able to see. And so here's the procedure. Prepare a set of the playing cards like this, and then pick a card with the back side facing you. You shouldn't see the color of this card. And then move the card to the place where you think you can identify the identity of the card. And then flip it, see if you can identify it, okay? And this is again sort of the guide of visual angle. Roughly, so for me, okay, so this is already 3 degree, 6 degree, 9 degree. And 9 degree is pretty much where my cones are, off to the, very low density. So I shouldn't be able to see the color here. And that if that's what you're also expect you don't see, then flip the card here without moving your eyes from the thumbnail. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. And so on. Please try it. And if you have time, if you want, just stop the video right now and then try it. Okay. So around what visual eccentricity can you start experiencing the color of the card? Was it like this, 3 degree or 6 degree or far? All right, then next thing is that the peripheral experience of the color and the motion. So now you actually allow yourself to see the color of the card, and then move your card from the center of the vision to the level that you lose the color sensation definitely. And if you want, you can just try it by yourself, like, maybe here, and then say, maybe it was blue, and then check it. Okay, I'm correct. So next card, maybe here, and then do this, probably white. That's red, so I was wrong. So here, this is definitely something that I cannot see the color. What I do next is that here, I move it up and down, or ask other people, your family or friends, to move the card there. And then ask yourself, can you see the motion? So you are now sure that, here you don't see the color, but can you see the motion? That's a question, okay? And if it is a case, if it's yes, then you are experiencing something really weird, which is that you can see some aspect of the vision or object, like an emotion, but you cannot see other aspects of that vision, which is the color. And let's see how it goes. Please try it by yourself. Can you see both motion and the color at each location? All right, so in this brief video, we tried to bracket our experience and then to observe our peripheral phenomenology while suspending our beliefs. What was your experience like? I don't know what you're going to say, but did you stop seeing color where cone density falls off? That's a question. Did you see motion but not color at the periphery? You know the answer yourself. Okay, so that's the end of this video.